Hello. Welcome to another edition of the Knife Party Podcast, where we leave it all on the cutting room floor. I'm, of course, your illustrious host, Zach Evergreen, and joining with me today, once again, is H1N1 Zombies.
Rise from your grave. What's up, everybody?
What's up, dude?
Not much. I'm really excited about our last episode. That Groundhog Day episode was a long cut.
Let's, I don't want to be the one to apologize, seeing how it was my idea, and then I ran it by you. I said, hey, are we going to lose listeners? My wife is like 100%, and you were like, not more than Face the Mirror, and I go, fair enough, we're airing it.
Yep. Fucking send it.
So,
and then again, and then send it again.
And send it twice, maybe three times. So, if you haven't watched Groundhog Day, just go watch it.
It's good.
It's a good movie. It's just one of those things where I was thinking that we should review it and release it, and instead I was like, well, why don't we just talk about it a little bit and just troll people? And if anyone knows about my Star Wars episodes, I love trolling people.
Yes, you do.
By the way,
Zach lives under a bridge, everyone.
For $20, you could request movies. The one Star Wars movie I have not done that I actually truly enjoy, but refuse.
The good one?
Refuse to do until we have a new Patreon at the $20 Stop the Bike level, where you go to request episodes, is Empire Strikes Back. I will do a legitimate episode of that. I keep saying it. I will.
I'll be here with him. I'm going to make him do it.
Oh, no. And I will gush over that movie because I actually really like that movie.
It's good.
It is good. It's like, if that was... It was kind of like the 86 Dune. If it was just that was a standalone movie and they never made any more, I would be probably the biggest Star Wars nerd ever. But unfortunately, we had Ewoks after that. We had a movie before that sucked. And then we had a...
I love all of them. I love all the Star Wars. I'm sorry.
Even the 2000 series?
The prequel series? With with like Anakin and Obi-Wan? Hell yeah.
I like I look Episode 3, Episode 5, and then Rogue One. Those movies are great.
Those are the best of them, but I like all of them. Okay, the Christmas special deserves its own special place in hell. Come back, Jar Jar Binks, all is forgiven. But good God.
That's a big piece of shit.
No. Jar Jar is fucking Oscar material compared to the Christmas special.
Well, you know that... I mean, you being very, very sensitive when it comes to certain issues. Jar Jar Binks is like one of the most racist characters ever, right?
No.
Think about it.
Not even close.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
But here's the thing. Whatever issues people have with Jar Jar, it's not Chewbacca's grandpa wearing a VR sex headset.
And them... talking in fucking Wookiee for whatever, how...
Oh, yeah, that initial thing is just...
And there's not even subtitles!
And
there's not even subtitles!
They just growl back and forth at each other like you're supposed to know what the fuck's going on for like 10 minutes.
And I love it, too. It's like, with special guest, Jefferson Starship. It's like, no one cares.
No.
They built the city on rock and roll. Fuck this. Anyway. So, today...
It was terrifying.
So that's at our $20 level. By the way, you get all episodes with that. Not only do you get to do that, you can also be on the show. We use a very easy program for you to join just on your cell phone. It's a lot of fun. Then also we have our $5 level where you get all of our shows, our Slimac radios, our Knife Party After Dark, certain watch-alongs that we can't have on, and other episodes. And then finally at the $1, you can get all the bonus episodes or episodes we do not air on the normal channel. Plus, you can get the most triggering podcast on the planet, Face the Mirror, starring Jeff the Tech. I'm not responsible for what I say on there, except for to my coworkers who give me evil looks. Today, we're talking a movie that you've never seen, and it's always all over my Horror Fam Twitter feed, right?
I'd never seen anything about this before. Like, I looked at that clown and I was like, I don't know that fucking clown.
This was a low budget movie that, because of COVID, because it was on like 2 or 3 streaming sites, got huge. They made a sequel, which I've seen, don't think it's as good, and they're working on a number 3. This is considered like the return of the I know that's being said a lot, but I actually would credit this movie for Evil Dead Rise. I would credit.
Really?
I would. I'd credit this movie for Halloween Kills. I credit this movie for a lot of things because this brought back Now, there was many things that tried. For instance, American Mary, right? Where it's body horror, but it's not torture porn. It's slasher. Mm-hmm. It's like good old slasher films. That's what this movie is. You've never seen it. We're about to watch it, and we're not going to do a Groundhog Day. We're actually going to talk about. I swear to you, we will.
Yeah, no, this is a real one. Yeah.
By the way, haven't gotten a lot of emails recently. I have been getting some, but not enough to actually read off. You know, it's just like good job or something like that. It's at knifepartypod@yahoo.com. Go ahead and hit us up because we haven't heard from you guys in a minute. And obviously on Twitter, I am Father Heel spelled like your foot. If you want to join the hashtag horror fam and suggest stuff that way too, because we like interaction. During the week when we're not podcasting, I really like to try to spread the fam, the love, and everything else. And there's a lot of cool podcasts I'm actually talking with. I'm not going to lie to you. If you're a podcast and you follow me and I follow you back, 1 out of every 20 of you guys, I probably heard a full episode. So I apologize, but you know, we do radio a certain way, and a lot of people don't. A lot of people podcast. You know what I mean? With like edits and zooms and stuff like that. And I'm looking at you, Knife Party. I was going to say Hoodcast, but still. Hit us up because I want to start doing dual casting with other shows.
What? Crossovers?
Yeah. Besides just people who play with toys, I like to actually get other people on. You inspired me when you said, what about if we actually get Catherine Isabel in here? That's the goal. That's my 2024 goal.
That's a bold goal, but we can
not getting her sitting here on my face, but I mean on the show. I mean, you know, like Periscope or
why not both?
Don't tempt me, dude. Doesn't matter what movie we're about to watch is going to bring everyone from 12 to 6. I'm going to go over some of the actors. You're not going to know them all. Anyway, Terrifier came out in 2016. Funny enough, it's got a tomato meter at 55, an audience score of 53. That is false.
Really?
That is false. That is very, very false. If you go to...
You're telling me how great it is, but if
you go to any horror site, this gets 9 out of 10 all the time. All the time. This, I'm telling you, this is when people were watching their movies streaming on during COVID, and they were locked in for 2 years. This movie was on almost every streaming site, and it got like super. People were just saying it's gore porn.
I know people, are not always 100% on gore. Gore's one of those things, and even for me, gore doesn't always do it for me because former EMT, so it's either going to A, not phase me,
or ruin it,
or B, just like, okay,
take you out of it.
Yeah, too much. Yeah, it's never going to be...
Gotcha.
It's never going to be my favorite, but it can be done well, as proved by Evil Dead Rise.
Exactly. Or like Halloween Kills.
Yeah, it can be done well.
But a lot of people were like, this is like the level of Reanimator horror, but not with, or Hellraiser horror, like Lovecraftian horror, but without a purpose.
Right.
And I get that. But
I just don't want to see something like, my favorite punching bag, Eli Roth, Hostel, and Hostel 2, and all those shit.
Yeah, but Eli Roth has good movies. He's just known for Hostel 1 and 2, which suck.
And he deserves to suffer for making those.
But all of his movies after that were great. The Earthquake movie was great. That movie is really good, actually. I'm telling you, you need to revisit some Eli Roth stuff.
I liked him in Inglourious Bastards.
Dude, I just re-listened to that podcast, and man, we had 3 lines of the day. That is rare.
It was a great movie.
And you came out with 2 lines of the day, though.
I did.
And then I had one though. So I had, you had a grand slam, but I still got a home run and a fucking, what do you call it? Triple double or whatever the fuck, baseball. I don't know. It's got balls in it. It's not a real sport.
You got to third base with Eli Roth. Got it.
So this was actually released streaming, and I think it was Shudder. I'm not exactly sure, in 2016, but
Sounds about right.
It didn't see the light of day till March 15th of 2018. That was limited. But then, of course, fucking COVID happened. So then it was March 27th. It was on streaming, and it was on streaming for so long that only July of 19th did it actually release in theaters of last year.
Of last year?
Of last year.
Wow.
So now if you go on Twitter, Art the Clown is like everywhere. There's girls doing cosplay of Art the Clown is the new
new Pennywise.
No, new Harley Quinn for girls.
I didn't like what I saw. No.
And Art the Clown is like the newest, like, and I will say this, when you watch this movie, you're going to realize Art the Clown is actually fucking terrifying. I'm not even scared of clowns, but this guy is like, Freddy is hilarious.
Yes.
So therefore he is not scary, because if I'm in a room with Freddy, I think I can make him laugh and he'll spare me. Right. Jason's a zombie. He's terrifying. Just stay the fuck away from him. Right?
Yeah, he's going to slowly lumber towards you. It's like, don't run into the woods, don't trip.
Now, the Evil Dead is terrifying because it follows you and you can't stop it.
Yeah.
Right?
That's just your game endo.
That's why this guy's scary, is because he's very smart. He makes zero noise. He's got a stealth of like 40. In fact, even when you shoot him, he doesn't make a sound. You know,
let's not give too much away here.
And he's very, very terrifying is the right word. Epic
Pictures. Explain the name.
Yeah. I think it was going to be called The Ballad of Art the Clown. That's what I like to call it. The reviews on this are hilarious when you go on Rotten Tomatoes, but you haven't seen this movie. I'm going to give this a rating based on its budget, which was really, really, really low. I'm looking at its budget.
Let's hold off on the rating. I don't want to be influenced by your rating. We'll give that.
Okay. I'm saying that I'm going to say this, though. This is Event Horizon status.
Okay.
To me. And you got to think of the budget and you got to think of the acting. Let me tell some of the actors real quick, because you never heard of any of them, but it was done by Damien Leon. He was the producer and the director. And then there's a family called the Streubers, Steubers. They co-produced it, co-wrote it, and also did a lot of the effects. So it was like these two dudes basically wrote and produced this whole thing and did a lot of the stuff. Stars Jenna Cannell as Tara, Charlotte Corcoran, Corcoran. Corcoran, thank you, as Dawn, and then of course David Howard Thornton as Art the Clown, who now is like a main guy in the horror family, like in like Comic Cons and stuff. Like he's like.
So when you see those, the T-shirts that people make with, Ghostface, Freddy, Jason, all them,
Art the Clown's on there, dude. I'm telling you, this
right next to Pennywise.
And they're making number 3 right now. Number 2 is okay. Number 2 just gets like really ridiculous. Like it gets weird, like Dream Warriors D&D and stuff. Like where one girl like believes herself she's a cosplayer and she like makes a sword magical and fights him with it. I'm not even
sold. Yeah,
that's number 2.
Okay, so I'm gonna watch number 2 as well then.
And then also number 2 has its own version of Art the Clown, and it's a female daughter version, and she's just as fucked up as he is. And yeah, and yeah, it's
hot crazy goth clown girl.
No, more like gothic Lolita Juggalo.
I'm not terrified, but I seem to be struck by you.
She's kind of the girl that would put a power drill in your pee hole.
I was waiting for you to say.
I was waiting for somebody to say something. All right. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and get on with Terrifier. That is, let me show you the trailer for it, in case you haven't, which you haven't seen this movie or heard about it, which strikes me odd, but. Anyway, here we go. Terrifier, and then after this, we're going to get on with our review, all right? So here we go. Are you ready?
Send it.
What's wrong?
I'm fine. Why?
Keep looking over your shoulder.
What if that guy did this to your car?
What guy? The clown? You really think someone's slash my tires?
Well, he knows this is your car. He saw us getting into it earlier.
Hey, handsome!
Cut it out.
My friend wants your number.
Kill you.
Oh,
But
shit.
that guy was harmless.
What the fuck?
Some douchebag in a costume acting like a retard.
You thought Pennywise was... Dude, he makes him look like Krusty.
Yeah. Holy shit. He's creepy as fuck.
What I want you to do now is just remain calm and stay on the line with me until the police arrive.
Okay, so
Yeah?
when I was on my way here, I told my cousin, Mad Dog, that this is what we were going to watch tonight.
Uh-huh.
And Mad Dog was like, zombies. That movie is nasty. That movie is nasty. It is filth. And I'm like, oh, God, I can't wait to fucking watch it now.
Do you remember when we were talking during Inglourious Bastards about the worst ways to torture some people?
Oh, they kind of took that to heart here.
That's what made me want to rewatch this movie.
Fantastic.
And we'll be back.
That's the episode, just us doing...
To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair.
Fuck, that was even better. That one was better. God fucking damn it. Fucking damn it.
So that was Terrifier.
Holy shit, fuck. That was Terrifier. Wow. Okay, so,
You got opinions?
yeah. Mad Dog was right. That was nasty. That was some nasty. And when you're going into okay, if we're going with the three categories of horror, where there's, there's terror, where, horror, where a monster is chasing you.
Mm-hmm.
Terror, where, you turn around and there's nothing there, but there's something there.
Impending doom, yeah.
And then there's, the gross out, the gore, because a lot of people can't deal with the gore. And yeah, that's what this was. This definitely falls into gore.
This nails all bases where the killer...
does the other stuff pretty well, too.
The killer is so good. Art the Clown is fantastic.
He is a great villain.
You could tell why people immediately after this movie were calling for a sequel. They're like, we need to see more Art the Clown, because the Art the Clown character is so established.
When I think of, evil clown characters, immediately you come up with, Pennywise, Joker, people... nope. Art the Clown, number one.
But he's a mime.
Clown.
He's a mime, too, so, I mean, if that counts for anything.
No, it doesn't. They're all fucking clowns. I don't care if they're weird French clowns that don't talk. They're all fucking clowns.
Yeah, Pennywise looks like this is why I never got it. I never got it. It's like I've met regular juggalos who are scarier than Pennywise. He's got a red balloon and he's creepy looking. Who cares? Art the Clown is fucking making Cat of Nine Tails out of old surgical tools.
And scissors, too. I saw when they did the close-up after he used it.
Yeah.
I was like, is that an open set of scissors? Yeah, it is.
So,
God damn.
So now you got my official ruling on this was 85%, meaning it is certified status Event Horizon at 85. What would you give this?
Honestly, I'd put it at Event Horizon for the same reasons.
Yeah.
We gave Event Horizon an 80. So it's 80 exact, and I'm giving it that because really good on the gore and the horror, but some of the effects are kind of fucking wonky. Some of the shots don't have consistency.
But you got to remember from the budget of this movie.
Right. No, budget
it was great.
Budget is what's giving it the big bump up into the 80s for sure. But they did really well with it. And a lot of the reason that's still staying up that high is Art the Clown's performance.
Is great. Yeah.
He is horrifying.
Yeah.
Even moments where they come around the corner and he's just standing there giving a look completely still.
There was a scene,
then starts
the
moving.
scene that actually I saw you quasi jump. You didn't jump, but you quasi jumped is after Dawn gets attacked in the car.
Yes.
And then he's standing still, holding a scalpel like oopsies.
Yeah.
And there's a good 5-second pull on him before he actually does anything. And you can tell he's holding his breath. It's a really good scene.
So
you want to fuck this pig? Let's do it.
Yeah. So before we get into like the whole like kill by kill, favorite moment.
Favorite moment of this is actually the pizzeria scene.
Not what I thought you were going to go for, but I see why you picked that one.
The pizzeria scene, the build up, and then when Dee goes over, when she's staring at him, going like, "Don't," like he's just staring, he's just staring.
You could cut the tension with a knife.
And then she goes over and she's like, "What are you doing?" And then she does a selfie with him, and then he goes over and puts the quarter in and gets the ring and puts it on her. Mm-hmm. And then the guy's like, "What the fuck, buddy? Are you going to order anything?"
And he just won't even
acknowledge it. And to the whoo-hoo, they put the hand in front of that scene. I really like, because has it been done in other horror movies? Yes. But here's the thing. You have these two Italian paisans who are going to fuck this guy up, or at least you hope.
You hope that, hey, they're going to protect the girls. Because you tries.
At this point, you're not sure of who the heroine is. You put yourself in Skeleton Girl's shoes, right? Vicky's sister, rather. And you think she's a survivor girl because she's... Tara, thank you, yeah. You think she's the survivor girl. She's not. But... you think she's kind of the smartest one out of the two.
Mm-hmm. The other one's the flirty, floozy.
Who would be really hot if she had red hair? But
she's fine blonde.
She's fine blonde, but she'd be really hot with red hair, is all I'm saying.
It's red by the end of it.
Hey, check it out, girls. If you are blonde and you're kind of hot, check out what happens when you dye your hair red. Like, you'll notice it right away. Like, yeah, creepy podcasters will be all over you.
Yeah, okay, so enough of your Jessica Rabbit fetish.
It's not Jessica Rabbit. I think Jessica Rabbit...
Who was it? Who was the redhead that did this to you?
Dude, it was Ariel. I was 5 years old, dude, and she was wearing seashell booby things. It was Ariel. I've actually went back and thought about this long and hard.
I could see why the lighthouse fucked with you.
Yeah. You know what? It did. Dude, and maybe it's because I'm a Pisces as well. It's red-haired fish, like, fuck with me, man. And things that smell as such.
Oh, God. Anyway.
Here we are. Night party, illuminating.
So I would have to say my favorite moment in this has to be the turnaround, where, it looks like the survivor girl's getting one up on him. She's got that, like... 2x6 that she's swinging around, and
she's like, "Get up, motherfucker!" And
so you think this is the turnaround, and it's a double turnaround
because he just pulls out a pistol.
As he stands up, pulls out a 1911 and shoots her in the leg.
And you're like,
just, you thought I was the knife guy,
and you're like, wait a minute, this is a horror, not guns. And then he makes guns into a slasher film make sense to where he shoots her. And then shoots her in the cheekbone, runs out of bullets, scurries around, looks for another clip.
Reloads, comes back, and then just unloads into her face. I'm like, Jesus.
And then when you see her body later, under the circus, it's like, whew. Yeah, this movie does not fuck around, man. Number 2, in my opinion, is not as good. A lot of people like it more. Number 2 gets really weird into these Dream Warrior...
I want to roll for initiative with Art the Clown.
Yeah. And then also number 2, he's got a sidekick who's like his Harley Quinn. And it's like super huge in cosplay. If you go on like X and look up horror fam stuff, you'll see it all the time. And then
I'm pretty sure every girl that did a Harley Quinn cosplay did this.
Yeah. And then every single person that did Deadpool.
Actually, I haven't seen it. Let me pull it up.
Did this.
What is the sidekick's name?
Put Terrifier 2 cosplay and you'll see it right away. Like, dude, I could look it up on my Twitter right now and like find so much of it. But Neo says stop hurting ourselves. I don't know if you got that. You probably did.
Yeah.
So Antonius is out. He fucked up his back. My back is fucked up. We're all getting old. You know how it is.
Yeah. Well, I said I was at the doc. I was at the eye doc. I was getting my cool new sunglasses. So, not. He probably thought I was hurt too.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
I don't see. All I see is. Oh God!
You see him now, where there's like hot girls in bikinis, but they're dressed up with the Terrifier, like Art the Clown shit.
Yeah, they're dressed as Art, but okay. Is this the sidekick?
Yeah.
Okay, not what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's her. But then people do erotic versions of her though, like scantily clad and shit.
I was hoping for Harley, not this.
Harley? Yeah, I told you.
Yeah.
They
had to take it away.
Well, anyway, here we are. We're finally talking about this movie, Terrifier. It's been out for a while, and it has been on our list, but originally that's kind of not what this podcast started out to be. It started to be, 80s, 70s, cult sci-fi horror, but now
this definitely joins the cult status.
This is a cult movie, so I say we should do it. And also, too, it's not like we're jumping on it. I've jumped on a lot of new movies that came out as of you. Like,
we had to do that for Godzilla. Yeah.
We had to do it for exactly. There's certain things we have to bend rules for. But on this one, just because you said you didn't watch it, and we're about to start Girls Month, where my wife picked out movies, and also these are movies I guarantee 100% on the Evergreen Tomatoes scale. These are movies for Girl Month that we picked out that if you want to quote unquote Netflix and chill, it'll happen because every girl likes the movies we picked out. But Antonius wasn't here. You haven't seen this. And I was like, dude, we should just rip this Band-Aid off, man, because it is a good movie. And you will reference it. And we haven't done a gore fest in a minute. We just did The Mist, which is psychological, but this is like way gorier.
Yeah, psychological is more my game. That's like my go-to is psychological. So occasionally, if I watch a gory film, it has to be good for me to like it. And this one was good. There were some parts where it pushed a little too far. I'm like, okay, it dialed it back. It's enough to make you uncomfy, but then it's not enough to like ruin the experience.
So in a nutshell, the movie is very, very clean and cut. So we can go over it really quick, but we're just mainly going to be talking about our favorite scenes. So we start off with these two girls. They're returning from a Halloween party.
Yeah, Halloween party of some kind.
And they're too drunk to drive, so they decide to go get a slice. And that's when we see Art the Clown first. And it goes to Tara. It's like looking at her and waving at her. And they're like, what the fuck is that?
He's like locked in on her, though.
Yeah.
Like nothing else. He's like, I'm focused in on you.
And nothing else matters. Mm-hmm. And she's like, yo, you can't drive, D. Give me the keys. And then they see him, and she's like, okay, we should get something to eat, and then I'll drive the fuck out of here. So they go to a pizzeria place. By the way, did you realize those are real pizza ovens, and that pizza looked legit fucking amazing?
It did look good.
Good New York-style limp pizza.
It was annoying me that she was, like, ripping it and then eating it in bites.
Oh, my God! Dude! Like, I was just about to say, did it annoy you that Tara was picking apart her pizza when Dee did it the right way? She rolled it up like a burrito and was eating it like a burrito.
Well, she folded it and just, yeah.
Yeah, but she did the fold and then the fold afterward. The grease trap fold, so that way... Trap. Yeah, that way you get all the grease on your crust, and it's the best part.
I want pizza now.
I'm making lasagna.
Good enough.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Carb marinara and cheese.
yeah. We need cheese and we need red sauce after this movie. So they're in their pizza, and it did fucking annoy me how she was picking at her pizza, because I don't know about you, but if I'm a cook, right? If I do barbecue or whatever, and I make you a plate and you're picking at it, that means you're like, this is shit food.
Yeah.
Or you're not hungry.
She's eating like a bird. Yeah.
But if you get really good food, it doesn't even matter if you're not hungry. You'll eat it because you're like, this tastes so goddamn good or smells so good.
Right. And if you're drunk and you're trying to, sober yourself up so you can drive at 3 a.m, you don't eat like that. You do it like, what's her name? Dawn was doing.
Dude, when I am drunk, like, okay, yesterday, for instance, I got stoned. I wasn't like that drunk or anything, but I was stoned. I couldn't sleep. And I knew I should sleep, and I'm trying to gain weight. So my wife, we went to Buttercup Kitchen, the breakfast place.
Oh, yeah.
So I got a full steak and eggs, and she got like a big thing of, when you see your girl order and there's no fucking way she's going to finish it, you're going to finish it. So you start adding on to her order. Meaning, like, why are you ordering hash browns? I already got hash browns. You could eat my hash browns. Why don't you order something different so that way later on when I eat it, because you won't, you know, and also because I'm paying for this anyway, why don't you order your eggs this way? Because chances are, you know what I mean? Dude,
my wife doesn't eat like a bird. No, she's...
Dude, I devoured my wife's French toast afterward, like at 1 a.m, cold, left out, not even refrigerated. No.
That sounds awful.
No syrup, no, dude, it was great. If French toast is made correctly with the vanilla extract and the cinnamon and the powdered sugar, you don't need anything on it.
No.
It's just egg toast. It's good. It's egg and toast.
Pass.
It's egg in a toast form. Have you ever put hot sauce on French toast?
Accidentally, yes.
It's good, isn't it?
Because it was touching.
Yeah.
Touching the eggs.
That's how breakfast works, dude. Mm-hmm. Breakfast is like an orgy of proteins. So it's basically an orgy.
Basically. So, speaking of orgy of proteins, that's what we thought Art was doing in the bathroom.
Dude, Art goes out to the bathroom after he won't order any food, and he just marches his way in there, and then
Oh, no, sorry. The first indication we thought he was supernatural. The first indication we thought he was supernatural, because he waltzes over to the table where there's like a tip. He grabs a quarter, shows it to her, puts it in the little prize thing.
Yeah.
Some of those little things where you can get like gumballs or bouncy super
Yeah,
high
we know what
balls.
you're talking about.
Yeah. So he puts a quarter in it and pulls out a ring and puts it on Tara's finger.
Dude, you know how easy of a
how did
magic
he-
trick that is?
Well, how did he know it was going to be a ring?
Already have one?
Maybe he did, but I don't
Dude,
know.
that's easy sleight of hand.
Or he's supernatural, which we find out later.
We'll find out later.
Yeah, but yeah, then he goes.
Or he could be in the Marvel universe. He could just be a mutant.
Could be. And then finger painting.
Yes. So he goes in the bathroom after he refused to order, and the girls eat their pizza, and then they book. And at this time, we see the guy throw Art the Clown out, and Art's not very happy about it. He's like, ooh, boo-hoo, and doing the boo-hoo face and everything else like that. And he goes, get a mop and some bleach. Art writes art and poop.
Yep, smears it all over the walls. all
But
over
God
the seat.
knows what's in the seat. It could be a body part or something, because it doesn't, it's bloody.
Yeah, it was
But
a mix of everything.
I don't get the poop. Is it
There
just
was
to make
peanuts
it?
in it.
Is it just to make it more disgusting?
Yes.
You think so?
Yeah.
Or like
it's-
he's an escape like convict, because the convicts do that shit a lot. They write shit and shit a lot.
I don't know. I don't know a lot about convicts.
My mom used to be a custodian at Vacaville.
Could not pay me enough.
Who was the guy who did all the Santa Clara murders? Kemper, David Kemper. My mom worked with him as like he was an inmate there. They used to talk a lot, which is weird.
Well, anybody this fucked up has probably, hopefully, been to prison at least once.
Well, you know David Kemper though, right? Speaking of peanuts.
No.
Oh, David Kemper, like peanuts was his thing. If you were to give him peanuts, he'd tell you shit. And he was one of those guys. Part of Silence of the Lambs was based off him, where he was like really, really fucking super smart and very polite. And he would like convince other inmates around to like do things for him and shit. He was kind of like Gacy, but instead of wanting to fuck little children and should have been tortured and killed immediately, he was a serial killer who was terrible that should be studied, because he was like a really smart guy. You know what I mean?
That's creepy. It's creepy when someone smart starts doing awful shit like that, because it's like you should know better. It's like what happened, what went wrong.
Yeah, or when a smart guy does awful shit and then becomes smart again and starts helping out with cases and stuff. Right, Kemper is one of the reasons. He's not the main base off of that or whatever, but I know he had something to do with not the novels, but the actual character design of the whole Lecter thing, Not the movies, but I know for a fact the show.
Hannibal's based on him, though.
No, it's not based off him. The character existed, but it was kind of like a little bit added direction. For instance, like when you think about Dracula, right? You think about Vlad the Impaler, but then you see Bela Lugosi. It has nothing to do with that, so a romanticized version of it. And then you see the Bram Stoker's version. It's a little bit more gothic. And then you see Interview with the Vampire, where it's even more gothic, but it's all based off the same thing. But that thing just expands as things do. Ideas expand, etc. I really like this scene. I hate the poop scene because I don't like seeing poop.
Yeah, poop's not great.
Poop's not great. But we get to see how sick this fucker is. And then we get to see, speaking of juggalos, because, we see our first dead pumpkin. Do you know what a dead pumpkin is?
Dead pumpkin?
It's an Insane Clown Posse expression of when you take a person's face and make them into a jack-o'-lantern. So the guy that kicked him out, Art the Clown, makes him into a dead pumpkin, if you will, a jack-o'-lantern skull.
I don't think we fuck with the same Clown Posse anymore.
No,
I've heard horrible things about them recently.
What?
Yeah.
Oh no, do tell.
Yeah, it was on TikTok or Twitter. One of them was saying like one of the dudes is like little kids.
No bullshit.
Yeah.
No. I know who you're talking about, but that's not Jay or what's his. That's not Jay or Joey.
I didn't look into it too much. That's just I'm saying. It's like
I know who that is. That was Young Wicked. He's been out for a long time. He's the one. He was one of the guys that left with Twisted. I know so much about ICP. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
No, that's not Jay or Joey. That's So a lot of their whole psychopathic family left after a certain point because they weren't getting paid enough, et cetera, et cetera. But like you didn't build the empire, you just kind of jumped on it. The way I think
they were
about
saying
it,
like Violent J.
No. Dude, you would actually love that guy. That guy is liberal as fuck. Like, that guy is the most dude. His daughters are furry, and he supports her, and he marches at, like, rallies and all this stuff. Like, he's super blue. He's not... If he actually is this, I guarantee it's sabotage.
Yeah, I think someone's fucking around.
Someone's fucking around. I've read the dude's book, and that guy is as candid as candid could fucking be, dude. That guy is... There's no way. Like, the way he talks about his life and everything else like that, it would be really hard for... Especially when you hear somebody narrate their own books. Anyway.
Nope. Yeah, it looks like it's a scam. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Dude, it can't be. That guy is way too non... Like, the one thing I hate about when people make fun of ICP, they go, oh, fuck. I'm like, okay, first off, they're the most honest Christian band ever that donate more shit to actual humanitarian things. And second off, they hate pedophiles and they hate, like, domestic violence on the male to female side, like, more than anything else. And they donate to so many charities. It's, like, ridiculous. And, by the way... They actually make better music than... I mean, I know horrorcore isn't like really a appreciated thing, but fuck you, because it's better than like anything Eminem or Jay-Z or anything has ever done. The only person I know that have done more that are in the hip-hop community...
Jay-Z's had some good hits.
No, I mean like... yeah, Big Pimpin' was great in 99.
Yeah.
ICP has made bangers since then. I'm listening to Ding Ding Doll.
Super relevant. Yeah, no, like they haven't.
I don't give a shit if you think it's Shredded or not. It's my show.
they haven't had a hit since the Great Malenko. They 99.
No, actually, their last one, sadly, was Magic, which was the whole like magnet controversy. Miracles. That was like in 2002 or 3, I think. That was pretty sad. It was bad.
Anyway, back to a clown who's actually awesome.
Well,
Art.
Art.
Yeah.
So now the ladies escape, find their tire is slashed. They don't know about the deaths that are going on behind them, right? So now Tara can't drive. Tara calls her sister, who is, was it Victoria or...
Something like that.
I think it is Victoria.
They say her name like once. So
Yeah, but I just know it's one of my exes, and I only date Vicky's.
Crazies.
Victoria's, Elizabeth's, and Nicole's. Like,
Yeah.
I actually did. And girls that have the name that start with J and it's only 2 syllables. So, like Jenna, Jean, etc. Anyway, or 1 syllable, rather. Jenna, I guess
That's
that is
2.
2 syllables. It's the same fucking amount of letters, though. Anyway, regardless.
That's how language works.
They're in the car and they're waiting for her sister to come pick her up.
Yep. She's freaking out because she's like, "What if he's coming back? What if he slashed your tires?" And Dawn's just like, "Shut the fuck up. We're just chilling."
And then she has to pee.
Yeah. Meanwhile, over at the pizzeria.
Oh yeah, that's where Slaughterfest goes on. So dude's made into a dead pumpkin, and then the other dude goes for the cops, gets his hand like sliced off.
That meat cleaver just right through the bone and through the phone.
This is the part where I looked at you and he goes, "So what do you think about this movie?" You're like, "Jesus Christ, dude!"
Yeah,
because this is when Art starts doing his like faces.
Yeah, because the thing is, it's like the guy standing there losing an arm, bleeding too much, and not really reacting other than just okay, standard horror fare, whatever. But Art and how creepy and how like malevolent he looks, that sells it.
And how normal it is.
Yeah,
how just like it's normal. It's good. It's times.
Yeah. So like that might be the best like live action portrayal of like the Joker.
Dude, this guy, I saw the behind the scenes on this, and this guy is like he's like us. He's like such a fan of like the art. That's no pun intended. That he would be he could be better in Ledger. Easy.
Bold statement. But
as a psychopath Joker who's going to take a scalpel to your face and go, I think he would be great.
I need to hear him talk first, but we'll find out. So, so she has to pee. She goes into, she goes up to this guy who's got an abandoned warehouse.
Her friend D is like, why don't you ask that guy who's creepy to take a piss in that building that's equally as creepy?
Yeah.
And then she goes,
she just runs for it. She's got to go.
She goes, Tara. And she goes up to this dude, and this dude who looks like
Kane.
He looks like Kane or like the dude from Hills Have Eyes, right? You're like, this guy's definitely involved in something.
Yeah, he looks shady.
And he's like, I need to use the bathroom. It's emergency. And he goes, lady, I don't know the building. I can't let you in. And he goes, like, she says, who's gonna know?
And then her friend just leans out the fucking window.
Goes, oh, why don't you let her use the bathroom already, you creep?
No.
Why don't you?
Yeah, no, she'll make it worth your while.
Yeah, she'll make it worth your while.
Yeah, that's when I was like, ooh, she's got like a really like Harley
Quinn.
Yeah, kind of sing-songy voice when
there
she
you
does
go.
that.
So she goes in and she's like, all right, well, like, what's up? And he goes, well, I'm spraying. I'm going to bomb the place. You're lucky you caught me when you did. She goes, bomb?
Cockroaches? And he's like, nah, rats.
And he goes, did you really want me to tell you that before you use the bathroom?
Yeah, and the bathroom is awful.
It looks like the bathroom from Saw.
Yeah, I wouldn't shit in there.
You wouldn't hover?
Nope.
I'm a good hoverer, dude.
Now, just in case, I'd go in there and like I'd drop a deuce and I hit that, what I'm assuming is rust water, and then that comes up and I get the kiss of Poseidon, and it's all just that, disgusting.
Well, you could
always
just remove the ball cock and just have it ever flow.
Then I gotta hover and try and hit that and try and not get the kiss of Poseidon. And, no, you're doing too much.
No, dude, you just cut the chain. Let it ever flow.
No. You're doing too much.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go shit outside.
You're gonna
like
shit
a normal
outside?
human. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm with you though. I'd rather shit outside than in here. She only needs a piss too.
Yeah. If it's that bad looking and there's rats, she even says like, what if a rat comes up out of the toilet? He's like, make it quick.
Have you ever seen or knew a girl who could stand up piss?
Haven't asked a whole lot, so no.
No, it's pretty amazing. It didn't happen like on me or whatever. Don't give me that look. You gave me a look. You gave me a look.
What?
I'm saying a girl where you're camping and you're like, do you want me to hold your hands while you squat? And she's like, no, I'm good. And they're able to like tug up and like pee. Not necessarily standing, but in like a riding in the horse kind of like way.
Nope. I can safely say I've never had that happen.
It's
so.
an amazing sight. Seen it 3 times.
You hang out with some fucking weirdos, man.
White girls, dude.
You hang out with some fucking weirdos.
Well, not anymore.
There's white girls, and then there's that. What the fuck,
dude? I attract strange girls because I'm a fucking strange person.
Oh God.
By the way,
that was some redneck shit. All you needed was the accent. Just, you ever see a girl stand up pee in the woods before?
That sounds like something Chas would say.
Have you ever walked down and saw a ghost peeing standing up? Well, that was actually my mama. She's quite alive and living in Florida. She loves to sanitize.
You ever see a girl stand and piss? Well, that's how it feels to drive a Ford F-150.
Are you able to stand up and pee? Would you?
Are you about a size 14?
Size 14, would you stand up and pee? Would you?
Oh, wait. Was she a great big fat person who could stand up and pee?
Could great big fat people stand up and pee?
I know, Clarice. She could stand up and pee. I saw her do it. Now, did you see her? That's
going to be a recurring bit now.
Until we do the fucking movie. Yes, it will be.
Did you see it recently? It's a good movie. Would you give it 90%? Would you?
Silence of the Lambs? Are you kidding? I'm already going to give that 100. I'm just waiting to watch it again. That's getting 100.
Oh, man. I don't know, dude. Girl Month is already solid, but like we keep talking about these movies that we need to just get out.
Well, if somebody
fuck yeah
would show
Antonius,
up.
Son of a bitch.
God.
I tell you what, I say we go on Girl Month strike until he's in here.
Yeah. I think he's just trying to get out of Girl Month. I think that's what it is.
Why you do that?
If he waits too long,
I have his card.
The first one we watch when he comes back is Barbie.
Fuck Barbie, dude. Fuck Barbie. We already, dude. My wife has already got great movies. So we said that.
Oh, we need some trash. We need something we can beat up on.
Dude, we got Jawbreaker.
Yeah, Jawbreaker is even okay. But
it's okay, but there's a lot of shit on.
Still, for Girl Month, you have banger after banger after banger. We need something we can shit on.
Yeah, I know. Clueless, we can't even do. I rewatched it, and there's really not a lot to, like, really talk about.
Good, we'll do Mean Girls.
We've already done Mean Girls, and that movie's great.
We can do it again.
We can, but then Nicole also said Heathers, and there's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about that one.
Yeah, and Heathers and Jawbreaker are almost the same movie, in a way.
Yeah.
So then we have the two biggest female action adventures. So, I mean, we already got Girl Month down, but, I mean, we have...
Yeah, no Girl Month without Antonius.
I say we have to have Antonius in to do it. Just because you and I are just going to be sucking these movies dick, and we need to have, like, a third we need to have an antagonist here. We need... Yeah. Because you lose your troll powers when it's just you and I. Because we find common ground.
We do.
We're like Sephiroth and Cloud, right? We need Zach in the room to make it all fucked up.
You're Zach.
Okay. Okay, let me...
I got it.
Okay, we have the Dark Mage and the Light Mage. We need the Red Mage in the party just to stir shit up like, I thought I was the spellcaster of red magic. Jesus. No, you're
That's
not.
Antonius. He's a red mage.
Yeah, he's totally red. And there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, I think that he is a red mage in the game he plays. Goddammit, what is it? Elder Scrolls? I used to play it too. I'm acting stupid. I shouldn't even be doing that. All right, back to the movie.
Back to the movie.
So she runs in to go take a piss, and it's disgusting. It looks like the bathroom from Saw.
Yeah, I wouldn't. And, oh, yeah, so she's, Dawn, she's in the car, she's listening to the radio, and she hears about a double murder that just happened over in the pizza place.
And remember, the radio station is Kruger C710.
Yep.
Get it?
Yep. Are you going to make it? You all right?
No, I'm fine. I was laughing and coughing at the same time.
Yep. So she starts to put two and two together as she hears that the suspect they're looking for is a black and white clown.
And then you see the ambulance fly down as she checks her social media timeline and goes, "Oh yeah, that was that guy."
Yeah, and she's looking at a picture of him like, you don't remember what he fucking looks like?
Bitch, how many black and white clowns did you see today?
Yeah, recently at the same pizzeria. So the door opens and she thinks it's Tara getting in. She's like, "You're not going to believe what I just heard." And she looks over and the person sitting next to her is
Art, just smiling.
Art.
And we don't even see what happens.
Smiling, all creepy.
And we don't even see what happens. We just get the shoosh.
Yeah. The shoosh I love because there are times where it looks like he's making a sound and he doesn't.
Doesn't. Like with the Emily scene.
Yeah, with
the
Emily,
baby.
He goes puts his finger up like he's saying shh, and a pipe starts hissing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they do that a lot where he does something.
It's great how they fully affect his, like when the music hits, when he gets hit, and it looks like he's yelling out, but it's not. It's the music just hitting.
Or he'll look like he's saying or yelling something, and you'll hear something else in the background.
Yeah.
And I think that is to give us an idea of he can influence stuff around him.
Well, kind of like also too. Remember when he's with Dee's body and he takes a selfie with it, and the click, like he moves with it, like it's his body making a noise.
Yeah, so
they do.
It's part of the mime shit.
Yeah, they do it a lot in this movie, and I really do appreciate it because they do it in just the right way. Now, she being Tara bumps into this what
crazy
you
lady.
think is a blind lady, but it's not. She's just crazy, and she's holding this porcelain doll.
And she says it's her daughter, and you're our new tenant.
Yeah, and this and that, and you should stay a while, and we should do laundry together. And she's like, "Oh, but
Tara's like, yeah, well, fuck that." She kind of I'm gonna go pay my rent because it's not due.
Yeah, she goes, "I need to pay my first and last," and she goes, and then the crazy lady goes, "Persistence is the thief of time."
Punctuation.
Punctuation. Yeah, thank you.
I'm like, whatever that means.
I was actually going through in my head. I'm like, no, actually, it's not actually conserves time, but I don't know when being punctual has ever been a bad thing, except for when you show up for Thanksgiving.
Zach, she's fucking crazy. Move on.
I know she's crazy. It bothered me.
Well, we're getting to the good part. So she's about to leave, going out the door she came in. So she opens the side door going into the lobby, and as soon as she goes in there, the music stops.
Yeah.
And there's Art, creepy as fuck. The way he's
with his hands
posed.
out, like, "You got me."
Yeah, hi,
You caught me. And he's holding a scalpel, though, between two fingers.
Yeah, and it looks like nothing's happening. Like, nothing's moving for 5 seconds. There's no sound, and then he lunges at her. And then,
Dude, so she goes behind a car. She
kind of runs and
she
closes
runs
the door behind her.
Close the door behind her. She's behind a car, and they're doing the whole car loop around thing.
This is a massive warehouse, by the way.
It is. Well, yeah, because it's multiple stories. It's not wide long, but it's long tall.
There's multiple levels, but it's also pretty good size.
So they're playing the car loop around game, and finally he does this really cool thing, and this is when I could tell when you were in, when he's got the scalpel around the car and just is scraping the windows and doing his creepy face. She's looking underneath the car. He's not to be found. She thinks she loses him. She moves around, and then boom, he starts stabbing with the scalpel.
Well, he grabs her by the ankle and just starts stabbing her right in the calf. Just stabbing. And she's getting good hits in, too. She's actually punching him in the face, trying to get him off.
He's sawing with a scalpel in her calf.
He's not sawing back and forth. He's actually just stabbing repeatedly. But, oh, God, yeah. But she's trying to get him off, and what does she hit him with?
She starts just hitting him normally, and then he drops the scalpel, and she stabs him underneath the armpit.
Yeah, so you think it's, in the lung. He's going to stop for a second. He does. He pulls away, and she just takes off running.
She goes to the door. Of course, the door is locked. Mm-hmm. And then they start maneuvering around the cars, and then she picks up a big iron rod or something. She's behind something. He's encroaching on her. She grabs.
Now, you're thinking video game at this point, right?
Yeah.
Where you're getting was it Alien Isolation or anything else where
Metal
you're being
Gear,
stalked.
yeah. And she throws
Last of Us.
the metal, the metal piece.
And he, he's about to stumble onto her. She throws something. He hears it and goes off in the other direction.
Yeah, and then as does she. And this is when she escapes upstairs to the dude who's doing
janitor.
the janitor guy
Kane.
doing little exterminator Kane up there.
Yeah.
She's yelling for his help, and he's got his headphones in so he can't hear. And
What
this
is he listening to? Because I didn't recognize the
it
music.
sounds like he's listening to Bauhaus until you actually hear it in his headphones, and then it sounds different than what it was. But the background sounds like he's listening to Bauhaus until you actually hear it in there, and it doesn't sound like Bauhaus anymore. But it really sounds like post-punk, and it fucking for real sounds just like Bauhaus. But then again,
I'd never heard it before. I'm like, I don't know what this is.
it sounds like it just sounds like 80s post-punk. But
yeah.
then he grabs her and he gets her in the neck with like
Art does. Yeah.
Art does
Grabs her, pulls her away. Right as he turns around to be like, "Did I hear something?" Nope, there's no one there.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: if I'm like out
administering
there,
a needle,
if I'm about to like fight, some creepy psycho killer clown.
yeah.
And he's got a knife, he's got a machete, he's got a, cat of nine tails with fucking scalpels on it. Let's go. Let's do this, motherfucker.
Yeah.
If he pulls out a dirty syringe that's that big, take whatever you want, man. Here's my phone, keys. Here's the deed to my fucking house.
You don't want to get AIDS and tetanus.
Here's my dignity, my manhood. Here are my shoes, my
Yeah.
guy. Take it all, Whatever you want. I'll help you on your next fucking crime. Just get the fuck away from me with that thing, man.
Oh, so you're gonna go whole Zodiac third murderer? I'll help you, man.
Yeah, whatever you want, man. Just get the fuck away from me with that thing.
I can't wait till we do Fincher's Zodiac, though. Too, by the way, that's going to be a big episode. I'm saving that on 4th of July because that's when the second murder happened. That's going to be a big one, though, because not only going to have to watch Zodiac, you're going to have to hear all my theories and all the.
I still say that we need to get some folding chairs, take the equipment, and we need to go record out at Lake Herman.
Actually,
Come on, we got to record at Lake Herman.
That could be an easy feat with our equipment. That really could be. So anyway, back to this though.
Yeah.
It's funny because if you're a listener to this, you actually know what real radio is. You're always teasing to the next thing. That's actually what real radio is like. And after this break, we'll do da-da-da. But instead of after this break, it's 2 months from now. We'll be doing this.
And half of our shows can't be just what we're planning on doing.
No, we actually come to fruition. There's been a couple of things we haven't done that we promised to do. But it seems like everything we have promised to do have come to fruition. It's just a matter of time. There's only one me, and I only got you guys part-time. So I only got you once a week, and I only got Antonius once every 2 weeks. Jonathan seems like he's out of the fold because he's working so many turnaround shutdowns. Like, I don't even know how his podcast is doing, but to be honest with you.
Yeah. And Neo is, he's out in the middle of nowhere.
Well, no, Neo actually is down, but the problem is that his schedule is so late. Like, he gets off at 8 o'clock. And Neo knows how to do radio, finally.
Oh, God.
Finally. But
that was a learning curve.
Well, as much as anybody else.
Yeah.
I'd say. I mean, I don't think it took him too long.
His delayed reactions were killing me at a certain point.
Well, I think that was actually too, like, because he was going through internet, not having like the proper equipment and everything else. But at least it's better than like the Mike Lynch like delay where it's like a good 4 seconds. But yeah, you were right. He did have delay for a minute. It's like, come on, man, be quicker.
Now I know part of that was his setup and Oklahoma internet, but it was bad.
That's a good name for a band.
Oklahoma internet.
Yeah.
I could be part of Oklahoma internet.
It'd be like a sludge metal band.
Oh no, I was thinking like a folk music band.
Oh, okay. Well,
like soundtrack from Juno kind of shit.
Ew, gross.
Yeah.
Dude, don't mention that movie to me. I hate that movie.
Really?
I hate that actor so much, or actor, whatever you want it.
Michael Cera's a fucking pain in the ass.
No, I like Michael Cera. I love fucking dude. Every time I think Michael Cera, I think This Is the End, which she's hilarious in, and I think fucking Scott Pilgrim, which is amazing. And no, it's that one chick who I fucking hate, and I hated her ever since Hard Candy. I hated that movie so much, and I blame her for it.
Hard Candy,
dude. It is so bad. And I hated her ever since, and I knew there was something I didn't like about her. And dude, it's like her fucking character is so... She ruined also Super, which I thought was a great movie. She ruins that movie. And it's got like, and God, she's the rapist in one of the scenes too. Like she rapes the dude from The Office.
What the fuck?
Yeah, with Wolverine claws, by the way, and it's so gross. Like she's like just
I like Ellen Page. I liked her in Juno. I liked her in the X-Men Days of Future Past, whatever it was.
Didn't see. I've seen Juno though,
but that's all I really know her from.
I think she's one of those people who's like, you know, have you ever met somebody and just their face, like you're like, there's something there that is just not like, ugh.
No.
What are you
talking about?
Helen Bonham Carter.
Helena Bonham Carter?
Yeah. Sherry Moon Zombie.
Huh?
Sherry Moon Zombie.
Okay.
Both those people, like, there's something weird about them that if I ever met them, I would be like...
They got the big creepy eyes, but...
No, I wouldn't even be starstruck. I'd be like, okay, I liked you in this movie, but, like, I don't... You know, I think you're a terrible fucking... Ugh. You know, I just... Ugh.
Speaking of terrible, back to the movie.
Yeah, back to the movie. Don't you know? I guarantee you're going to think about somebody in a movie that gave you the Paul Reiser.
Paul Reiser?
Paul Reiser gives me the Mad About You, Burke from Aliens.
No.
The Jewish comedian dude.
Yeah, no, I know you're talking about.
Who is so super clean that you know there's something there. Here goes another one. God, Alanis Morissette's ex-boyfriend, Dave.
Why the fuck would I know that?
Dave Coulier.
Coulier?
Yeah, the dude from Full House, the blonde guy from Full House. That guy is fucking creepy. I know that guy. The body's in the basement,
with
dude.
The puppet.
Yeah. That guy is creepy. Yeah, you know that whole Jagged Little Pill, like Alanis Morissette album's about him being like just a weird fucked up guy.
No, I didn't know that.
Dude, yeah, you didn't know that? Dave Coulier is like, yeah, they like, that whole album is about how he was like an abusive fuck.
How and fucking why do you know that?
Because I liked alternative music in the 90s.
We all did, but I didn't know Alanis Morissette's boyfriend was abusive.
And was on Full House.
Or that it was, the guy from Full House.
There you go. So she's hiding. She's got like a piece of like rod metal. She throws the thing. He goes away. And then what happens at this point? I think he attacks. No, she gets hit in the neck. Okay. So she wakes up and she's
tied up.
She's tied up. And then we have our great saw in half scene.
Well, before then, we get like, the little... It seems like he's really getting off on the, really just freaking her out because he's slowly pulling out different tools and showing them to her. While
and the
he's doing
hammer
that
and making her flinch and shit.
Yeah. And then you think he's going to come at her with this hacksaw, and he grabs her by the neck, puts it up to her, and then he stops and he walks away and he has something behind the sheet.
Wait a minute, though. He does something really sexy, though, where he kind of tousles her hair around and keeps gripping it and putting it to her neck. I don't know. That was kind of hot.
No.
Dude, there's a girl listening right now going, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, that's the kind of girl who wants to show you she can stand up pee in the woods. We don't.
By the way, and her name is Catherine Isabel, 707-373-0560.
Oh, God. So then we get to see what's behind curtain number 1.
2. Okay.
And, so it's her friend Dawn, who's still very much alive.
Perfect tits, by the way. Perfect tits.
Couldn't tell from that angle.
Oh, I could tell.
Yeah. So
I can measure tits upside down.
So she's strapped upside down, spread eagle, and
thrusting
naked.
Fucking violently. And great acting on this one. You could tell it's not a...
It looked... It was actually... This is the only part that was like, ooh, that's a little unsettling.
Only this part?
Only this part where it's like, that's a little unsettling.
The calf slashing didn't bother you? Okay. The calf slashing, for whatever reason, I think it's because Pet Sematary 1, calf and like ankles and stuff. Like the whole you can't run injury kind of bothers me, but I get you.
As a former EMT, like I've gotten over a lot of my body phobias. The only thing that still fucks me up is eyes. Like if he started like sticking needles in the eyes, I'm done. That is the thing where like I can't.
There's a lot of eye injuries in here.
Yeah, but none of them are super like attacking the eye
So
directly.
speaking of which, at the end, there's the coroner says once you've seen a baby in a microwave, it's all old hat. Is that true to you? Like once you've seen like the most fucked up shit, like everything's just like whatever.
Well, you do get desensitized to some stuff after a while, and like
You never seen baby in a microwave, I hope.
no, fuck no. God, if I saw that, I would still be in therapy. Jesus. Yeah,
I know.
no, like in the scene though, he has her and he just starts sawing, from bottom to top,
crotch to jaw.
Yep, and he's not, going super quick with it,
And he's
her
making
friend is
faces.
screaming,
He's
she's
like doing
screaming,
the
yeah.
ooh face, and he's not
really-
making any noises.
No, but he's making like a bunch of Joker-esque, kind
Yeah.
of faces and like gestures and stuff. And
Sometimes sexual, sometimes funny, sometimes playful.
but yeah, that's what I'm getting. Really Joker. So he's going, and she's screaming the whole time up, basically until it gets to mid sternum, and then she bleeds out. But
He
and then
still
guts
keeps
fall
going,
on the
though.
floor. It's rough. I'm like, okay, there we go. That's and the thing that sells it for me is it's not super cheesy. Whatever the budget was for practical effects, a lot of it got blown.
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, I think most of the money, besides permitting, and I would really doubt.
There's a reason it takes place all in one warehouse.
Yeah, I actually saw it was that garage. They just did multiple levels of the same garage and just moved the cars around. And the trailer was that bathroom. That was actually the trailer. So after that bathroom was used for that one shot in that garage, everything was just done in those two. They just changed it around. They were smart. They just moved around furniture.
They sold it.
Yeah, they did. They filmed the outside to make it seem like a 3-4 story thing. It wasn't. It was just like a one hallway with one garage and one little room. So they just got like a storage trailer and made it look like, and just filmed from the outside. It's really smart. Most of the budget was filmed on, you're right, the effects. Because remember I told you that it was a family affair yeah. So the people that knew how to do the effects were also the extras and everything else. This was done in a budget that was shoestring at best. I guarantee.
Well, that's where a lot of it went.
If this
that scene was, it was basically all practical effects.
Yep. If this movie hit, because it doesn't say, I would say this is probably a $300,000 budget.
I'd say probably closer to $1 million. Not definitely not $1 million, but say closer to it. Just
maybe
because,
with the advertising and everything else. I'm saying filming.
I'm saying filming.
Because when you have the director, the producer, and half the people that are all family oriented, they work for free. So I guarantee that.
Hopefully they got a cut of something. So hopefully they did.
Oh, definitely they did. Now, I mean, dude, there's like fan art and all this other shit. This is a passion project. So, but
So,
yeah,
Dawn's dead.
dude. Dawn's death though. It's funny
The
because
roughest one.
we were talking about this in Glorious Bastards, the worst ways to go. And it's funny, I mentioned this, and then this popped in my mind. I had no idea that we were going to be doing, as we record this, the next week over. But that's kind of hilarious.
Yeah. And so at this point, Tara's freaking out, and she just kind of busts out. She's taped to like this really old
adrenaline
shitty wood
escapes.
chair. Yeah. So she busts one of the arms off and is able to take off her wrist, take off her feet right as Art's coming up to her, and she uses the bit of wood that's still stripped to her, like as a tonfa, and just whacks him in the fucking head with it. She's able to she reaches for that cache of weapons where he has laid out. She just grabs the first thing. I don't think she was thinking, so she just grabbed the first thing, which was a knife, and just stabs him in the back with it. Doesn't grab anything else and takes off, which is it's a sin. That marked it down a little bit.
It's
for
a
me.
cinema sin, but I mean, think about this though. Like, dude, horror movies versus real life. I mean, you're in a fight or flight, and she's not trained.
No, but still, it's a little tropey of you're not going to grab something. You have all these weapons in front of you, and you're not going to grab.
Yeah,
something.
because I mean, you or me, if I stab somebody in the foot and there's a bunch of more weapons, I'm grabbing another weapon right after and using it, and then and I'm not running until they're facing the lights.
Yeah,
if you know what I mean.
She knows all the doors are
Like,
locked by this point. So
if anything's attacking me, and I have a small advantage, I'm not stopping to look for an exit until they're facing 180 degrees up at the lights. If they're even on the ground moving around or facing down 100%. And I'm not checking pulse either. I'm like, dude, stay the fuck down. I'm going to slowly walk back. And if you even inch up, I'm going to hit you again as hard as I can on the nog.
Not that would have helped with Art since he's Evil Clown Magic. Actually, Evil Clown Magic would be a good band name, too.
Wicked clown shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's got the clown juggalo power, you know? He's got the wicked shit. He's got the 4 Dot Carnivals behind him.
Drinking magic potions of Fago.
Exactly. Yeah, dude, you don't get to see... Oh, dude, if they would have put one fucking bottle of Fago in here, this would have been sponsored.
The unofficial.
Unofficial fucking... Even though there has been 3 Insane Clown Posse movies and they're all garbage.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah, they are. I will never... I swear to you, as your friend, I will never make you watch Big Money Hustlers.
I'm going to stop the bike for that one.
Are you sure you want to...
Fuck no, I'm kidding.
Okay, I was going to say I watched it once and I never want to watch it again.
It might be worth it to force Antonius to watch it. And Neo.
No, because Neo being... I call Neo now the golden troll. He's a troll, but he uses his powers for good sometimes. To watch Antonius suffer, he would use his powers for good.
Yeah, he would be like, yeah, I'm fine for it.
He's like, I'm in. I'll suffer through this just to have Antonius suffer through it. Antonius is getting a bad rap, man. Because he's part-time in it, man. He's like...
not here to defend himself.
Exactly.
Normally, he's here.
Exactly.
Normally, he hits back.
I know. Hey, you know what? I'm going to say it right now. Predator 2, not that good. No one here...
I was ready for him to burst through the wall like the Kool-Aid Man.
I was too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Nope. I'm sorry. Danny Glover sucks. I'm sorry, dude. He's too old for this shit.
He is too old for this shit.
So
where are we?
After this, I think this is where we see Emily's mother. She's saying, "Oh, it's all going to be okay. It's all going to be okay." As she rocks Emily, right. And this is where Art comes up and takes. Sorry, no. Emily notices the killing of Tara earlier, and she runs off, tries to tell...
Well, how did Tara die?
Tara gets killed by getting shot in the face, remember?
I remember she gets killed
in the circus
like that,
thing.
But before that, I know she escapes... she runs off.
Are we talking about Vicky, her sister?
No.
Oh.
Tara escapes from the chair and everything, hits him, stabs him in the back, runs off.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what happens to get her. Oh, yeah, so she's Art's stalking her. She hits him from behind with the 2x6.
2x6. And then he pulls out the gun, shoots her. Mm-hmm. She falls down. He shoots her again a couple of times in the cheek, runs out of bullets. Goes to gun and reload, shoots her in the face multiple times, and then you see Emily's mother seeing it. And my first watch of this, I thought Emily's mother was blind, and that's why she's looking off in the distance. Turns out she's just like a little tick-tocked. So,
wait, was it Emily's mom that was watching, or was it the sister?
It was Emily's mom.
It was okay.
You think it's the sister, but it's not. It's Emily's mom.
That's right, yeah. Sorry, everything happens really fast at that point.
Yeah, because the sister comes in right away. Because this is when Emily's mom...
is trying to find Emily.
And then we see Art the Clown sucking on his thumb when she says, like, have you ever never felt a mother's touch and this and that. But first, Emily's mom...
That scene is really creepy as she's going down that room with the pipes.
Yeah.
And she's like trying to, please give her back. She's all I have. And Art looks at her and does that, shh. But it's just
the pipe doing it. And this is also, too, where Emily's mother talked to the exterminator guy. And the exterminator is like, I don't know what the fuck you want, lady. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, that's right.
And then this is where the sister of Tara comes up and sees what's going on and sees the whole circus thing. She runs. She gets attacked, right? But that's when the Is this where the exterminator hits him? Him.
So she doesn't see that yet.
No. The exterminator guy hits Art trying to get her.
Yeah. So you're getting too far ahead. So
I am. Okay, I apologize.
Art knocks out the exterminator guy just really quickly as he calls for his boss to come down.
Yeah.
And then he's chasing down the sister, Victoria or Vicky or whatever her name is.
Yeah.
And this is where we see the cat of nine tails. And he starts whipping on her, flaying her up a little bit.
Whoa. We didn't see Emily's mom die yet, though. Or did we? No, we haven't. Emily's mom dies before. Because remember, that's when he scalps her and demoralizing her.
Yep. Yeah.
Demoralizing is
she's still looking for her sister, finds what she thinks is her sister, and then, surprise, it's Art wearing Emily's mom's
looking all
scalp.
Manson and shit, and the tits, comes after her, and this is before. Is this
why? Why didn't they play Goodbye Horses in this scene?
Or Beautiful People? Regardless. Also, too,
she goes and hides for a bit.
Also, too, she hides in the closet, and there's a really good people scene.
That scene with the superimposed eye, I liked it. I had to dock it.
I liked it because it's old school Hitchcockian, and it's just enough to make me love it.
But it looked bad.
Yeah, but it always looks bad because superimposed. And then we have the dude's crew coming over. They're like, Mike, why are you answering the goddamn radio? Mike. Mm-hmm. He gets short work made out of him. He gets eyeballs pushed out, if I'm not mistaken, via thumbs.
Yeah.
He gets killed really easily. He's an afterthought.
No. Remember, he gets his head sawn off.
Oh, yeah. He gets stabbed in the... You're right. He gets stabbed or hammered in the side of the head, gets his head sawn off, and then his head is put on the ground, and then he takes his foot out and then kicked away, and I love that sound effect. Yeah.
The head rolling away reminded me of Conan with Arnold.
Yeah.
Where the guy's head rolls down the pyramid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Kingslayer thing. Yeah. I love that. Lot of good deaths in this. This is the
now we're at the part where he's whipping on Vicky.
Yeah, I told you though that when we watch this movie, there's a certain point in this movie where you kind of lose track of what is what because now the plot is kind of gone. It's just like the survivors are where they are, and it's hard to kind of keep track. Mm-hmm. This is what I meant. Not that it makes this movie bad, but it doesn't really keep it on track. Whereas a movie like Evil Dead, it's like, okay, now we have this secret. What's next? Okay, now we have the chainsaw. What's next? Okay, now we have this. What's next? In this movie, it's just survive, slaughter scene, survive, slaughter scene, survive, slaughter scene kind of thing.
Yeah, it feels like a video game.
Yeah, it does.
You know what video game it actually reminded me of is one of the scenes coming up here after he whips her with the
Manhunt?
Yes. Manhunt, where you can just grab like a plastic bag and put it over someone's head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good escape scene, though. Mm-hmm. Because she does the right thing. She fish hooks herself.
Yep, she pokes the plastic bag, rips, and she can breathe again. Smart. I was glad she did that. Also, when she starts running away, like down the hallway, and starts trying to go up that ladder, and goes back down and runs back, and it's the same camera angle on both shots, that reminded me of Resident Evil.
It reminded me of also Friday the 13th Part 2, which I thought it was smart, is the cops are already on their way, stay in the same building.
Oh yeah. Well, no, they haven't gotten that part yet because she needs to meet up with
the janitor comes back to save the day.
Yeah,
and
he's about to kill Vicky with the flail thing.
Yeah, with the cat at nine tails, he made the surgical one,
and then he shows up with
and he fucking hits him with the keg in the back, the pesticide keg that we know from another movie we really need to do is A Signal.
There's not a lot to do on The Signal.
No, we can't. I figured out a way we do it.
We can do The Signal. It was Pontypool we can't do.
No, I actually figured it out. Pontypool and The Signal exist in the same universe, I think. So what we need to do is go, Pontypool is episode 4 and The Signal is episode 1, 2, and 3, and we do it as a series.
You could do that.
Kind of like how when we did Creep Show, you do everything kind of split up. Because Pontypool and The Signal is so fucking good.
The Signal is good.
I remember I showed you that, and you were like, whoa. And I think that's when you and I actually first, because it was pre-podcast, at least by a year or two. Mm-hmm. I think that's when I got you into, not saying that you weren't into horror movies, but just like weird, obscure.
Yeah. You had your weird, obscure. I had my weird, obscure. We started sharing. Yeah. But that was the one you're like, hey, here's my weird, obscure. And I'm like, I like it. Yes.
Yeah. We I know. It's funny because I scroll down our episodes and I go, people have done half of these, and the other half, people don't know what the fuck Motorama is, or people don't know what the fuck Lighthouse or Freaks or what, you know what I mean? Because all these movies just kind of like, or I always say like Killer Tomatoes 2. Like I always talk about the movie, and then I always go, we should do that, and we've already done it like at least 3 times, and only one of them aired. But it's so weird when you listen to podcasts, especially podcasts, not like how we do radio, but when people do podcasts, it's edited, it's polished, et cetera, et cetera. They all do the same goddamn shit. I swear to God. Like, it's all Evil Dead, we're going to do a Freddy, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to do this. And it's
the
like...
safe stuff.
I wouldn't
mass appeal.
I wouldn't say safe. I would say like...
Well, it's safe. It's mass appeal. You're trying to appeal to the most amount of people, yeah.
And I just like it when someone goes, hobo with shotgun. I'm like, I've never seen. Let's do it. You know, that's kind of my... Or even my my uncle going, have you ever seen Peacemaker? The John Cena show. And I go, no, but I love John Cena. Well, it's DC Universe. I go, cool. People love Marvel. People hate DC. I'm in. You know, that's kind of my my thing. It's like, oh, we're the dark horse. We're the black sheep, if you will. Cool. We'll do that. But The Signal is so good. Pontypool is so good. But I mean, we really did try. Like, I swear to God, dude, I watched Pontypool last week, and I really wanted to do a good episode on it.
There's not a lot to talk about because it's the whole movie is him talking about what's going on. So us talking about him talking about what's going on.
I thought it would actually be funny as a prank just to play the audio of the movie as an episode, but then it's like we can't take really credit for that.
No, it's kind of lazy.
Yeah. But I was thinking, you know, it would be kind of cool if we audio recreated it.
I don't speak French.
Meaning I get the script and we just read it. Like a table read?
Me reading French is going to be like Inglourious Bastards when they're speaking Italian.
No, I would play the guy, obviously, dude. You'd play all the other characters. You'd play all the girls.
I could do that.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. No, she speaks French, too. That's the whole thing. Those two have to speak French to each other.
So every time you don't know what to say, you just say, omelette du fromage.
Dexter reference.
Dude, you're the second person this week that got that reference. Every time I say omelette du fromage and people go Dexter or Purple Gloves, I'm like, yeah, we could be friends.
Yeah.
During the zombie apocalypse, when shit goes down, my code word is going to be omelette du fromage. And if they go Dexter, I go, you're in. So here's where shit gets kind of crazy. She gets attacked with Cat of Nine Tails. She's bloody as fuck. He comes back from all Kane status.
Yep.
Hits Art in the back of the head.
Knocks his
ass out. Calls the cops and does the right thing. Remember, I was telling you this.
Yeah, he's doing everything right. And then, except for the part where the cops tell him to stay put and wait. And he's like, no, I need to get her to a hospital. I'm going, and hangs up.
No, but the thing is, when they say stay tight, it's because they want to hear what's going on for the other officer's security.
Yeah.
If
That's
you go,
part of it.
I thought that was the main part of it.
No, it's part of it. But also they want to, get more information, because if they see the guy again, does he have a gun? Describe, they're trying to get more information.
Yeah, but what if you have to leave out of your safety? They still say stay on the line. They'll
tell you to leave the line unhooked and
no, they
leave.
say stay on the line. Now, if you're making noises and shit,
I've done dispatch. No, they don't tell you to stay if it's dangerous. They tell you to leave.
Dude, have you ever listened to Sword and Scale?
All you know is from movies.
No. I know there's a whole podcast.
I've done dispatch, man.
They've done multiple episodes on dispatchers and what they do wrong and what they do right. And it's like, if you can, the good dispatchers will go, if you can, leave the phone off the hook and hide. and stay away from the area. But some people are like, stay on the line no matter what.
Yeah, it's
like what's going on, man? It's always it's always like, you know, a large woman of color. Ma'am, can you stop? Can you hang? No, stop. No. Or it's a really, you could tell the dude has like Coke bottle glasses, a white guy, and he's like, what do you want me to do? Send them over right now? They're already on a case. It's like the extremes. It's like,
yeah, that's all stuff from like, you know, Chicago PD. Shitty TV shows.
I'm telling you, there is a couple of podcasts that are just like There's a podcast of just black box accidents. You know, from like planes and shit.
Yeah,
I listen to all this shit. I'm fucking weird, dude. I'm telling you, the worst people ever as dispatchers are women of color and white dudes with glasses.
That's really dumb overgeneralization, Zach.
No, because
you heard on a podcast that may not be true 2 or 3 examples. No,
I had one. No. There's a lot of them. You've never heard Sword and Scale? Dude, no. They do this all the time. Yeah, this is why they get like in trouble a lot. But no, it's like when you get mouthy, like, there's black chicks who are like, I'm sorry, stop yelling at me. And she's like, I'm being stabbed. It's like, well, you need to calm yourself down. It's like, and then on the opposite spectrum, there's a white dude who's like, oh my God, can you please stop? Jesus Christ, we know you're getting robbed. It's not a big deal.
Those are definitely outliers.
But still, it's you listen to them and you're like, Jesus Christ, can you just do your fucking job and shut up? Like there's something going. But when they go, ma'am, sorry. Oh, no. The worst is the Karen one. Because like, I hear this a lot. Like, ma'am, stop screaming. Ma'am, I can't send. Ma'am, if you'll please. Ma'am, I need to know the address. Ma'am.
Well, yeah, because if you're sitting there just screaming, nothing's going to happen.
Ma'am.
They got to get your attention.
No, but you know what I mean?
If you're not giving information, can't help you.
But at the same time, the cops are hearing this and they're hearing what's going on. How is the girl supposed to delay or give information when she's being chased after? Like, no, these Sword and Scale ones, these are ones where like people are dying on the 911 call.
Yeah.
And the people are just being super fucking cunty at best.
Yeah. I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure these are outliers.
Like, these are people being beaten to death by hammers. Yeah. They're like, man.
99% of dispatchers are not like that.
Actually, I had a problem with a dispatcher once. Big one. Big one.
Okay, once. What happened?
I had a rifle in my mouth.
Kinky. What happened?
I blacked out, drunk, but I remember being so pissed off at her, I refused to do it.
How did you get a rifle in your mouth, though?
Because I owned one, and I knew how to load it. And
you had it to yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can't give her good information on how to come help you if you have a rifle in your mouth. You got to take the rifle and/or cock out of your mouth when you talk.
No, I was just so upset at her not doing her job that I was like, I need to live because this person sucks at her job.
You know what? I don't want to kill myself anymore just because I hate you.
Because I hate you so much that I want to leave you a bad review. I reject suicide because you suck.
God damn it.
You dirty bitch.
I thought you were saying like somebody else had a gun in your mouth.
You know what? She sounded just like Kathy Griffin, too.
Kathy Griffin.
Yeah, okay.
Lois?
Anyway, yeah, a little bit. No. You know the female comedian who was kind of funny back in the day?
Kathy Griffin. I got nothing.
She's not shoving it.
Sorry, I thought you were saying like from Family Guy.
No, she's hot.
The cartoon?
Dude, you haven't seen those cartoon porns and wouldn't? They're
not Family Guy ones.
Meg, I'm going to teach you how to eat out. And you're like, yeah.
Fuck.
Get the dog involved.
Guys, you're into some weird shit.
All right, so we're at the end of this movie now. We just went through almost an Evil Dead amount of gore.
Quite a
Not
bit.
blood, but gore.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, she gets outside. She goes into that like garage area that says "keep out," and
It also says culture and art for sale.
yes.
On the chain?
She has to squeeze through the doors that are chained together. And right when she gets through, she gets grabbed again by Art. And he reaches in. He's trying to grab her. He can't get her. She's screaming, "Leave me alone."
And he puts out
And then-
that.
Yeah, so he reaches in. He pulls out a fucking, a fucking
Squeezy
horn.
Yeah. Yeah, the squeezy horn.
Yeah, I'm just like, the fuck? He's just sitting there honking at her. I'm like, that's terrifying for people who are afraid of clowns. A clown trying to kill you and eat you, and he's just honking at you.
This whole clown phobia thing, though, I don't really think it's of clowns. I think it's like of other shit. But go on, keep going.
Yeah, anyways.
You're on a roll.
Yeah.
Love
So he pulls back. She kind of looks out, doesn't see anything going on. She hears police sirens, so she goes up front to look again. And then a pickup truck, lights come on, and it starts racing towards the door, and she doesn't get out of the way in time. He's, listening to some weird fucking music. It's like jazz, but not really.
No, but he plays it off all jazzy too.
And he's playing, he's dancing along with it. He gets out, walks up to her, and then you see the police pull up, and they come up to him, and he's hunched over her body and everything, and like making like chewing noises. And they draw guns on him, trying to get him to stand up, and like, show me your hands, show me your right hand, and he pulls a gun, spins around, puts it in his own mouth.
Don't do it, motherfucker! Don't fuck you do it!
It's like, why are you telling him not to do it? It's like, yeah, go ahead. Pop. And then, he blows his own fucking brains
Hey, man,
out.
preserve life. Real police officers are supposed to do that.
Yeah, crazy psycho killer clown? Yeah, no, he can go.
Well, I mean, dude, that's a soldier mentality coming from a police mentality. I want to know why the fuck this happened, and I don't want you hurting anybody else, but I don't want you hurting yourself.
Yeah, I just want that part where he's not hurting anybody else. It's like, yeah, no, you need to go, bud. Yeah.
But you actually dislike your... Is it okay to talk about right now on the free pod, or should we save this?
We can save it.
We can save it?
Yeah.
I'd like to actually talk about your if
we'll save it for the free pod, or save it for the paid. Yeah.
Save for the paid. Cool,
Yeah.
cool.
But so
No, because really, it was. I was listening to some stuff you said and during Inglorious Bastards, and I'm like, man, I think you should have more pride for your service. That's all.
not really.
So we'll have to get This should be an After Dark.
Yeah,
definitely.
that'll be an After Dark thing.
Cool.
Getting into my service and shit.
Yeah, I don't want to get like personal about it, but like it's sometimes it's weird when I'm talking to you and everything else, and we're having good conversation, and you get all weird, like you actually regret it, and I'm like, why would you ever regret
Anybody who's in the military fucking regrets a little bit of it. Just to what degree? Me, it's like, there's some stuff where it's like, that was kind of fucking stupid. I don't know why I did that, but
Okay. Well, no. I mean, it's your life, it's your experience, your story. But
was all of it bad? No. Did I have some good times? Yes.
So
Did I
there
make
you
a lot
go.
of dumb fucking decisions while I was there? Yep.
yeah. Well, guess what? A lot of people make a lot of dumb fucking decisions going into retail after fucking college without, or not even college, out of high school, without having any guidance. At least military has got some kind of fucking guidance.
Yeah. They teach you how to,
I do
embrace the suck.
I do think it's really weird that the presidential thing is 4 years and the main military service is 4 years, though. I think that is something that's very weird.
I wonder if that's by design.
One would think, right? One would think. All right, well, anyway.
So back to the coroner's office.
Yes.
He's ready to go home, but nope. They got people that they're bringing in.
I'm sorry, my friend. Have we seen this ending exactly before?
It reminded me of Return of the Living Dead.
Oh, you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of the fucking Leslie Near. Dude, this is Behind the Mask. Exactly. Remember Psycho Killer, SSC, when you saw his body rise?
I was really drunk by the end of that movie. I was half paying attention. I am sorry.
Dude,
I don't remember exactly.
Dude, Behind the Mask. It's exactly.
I'm willing to rewatch.
Exactly the same ending as that. Exactly the same ending.
It was Halloween and I was really drunk. But yeah.
It's all right.
So,
they
take a look at him, and when he unzips the bag, Art's staring at him like directly. He's like, "Oh God!" And
with one eye, though.
Yeah, with only one eye because the other eye's fucked. And then everything, and all the electricity and all the lights flicker. Everything kind of goes crazy. And
it's like it's like if Raiden would just to land.
Right. It reminded me of like Poltergeist or something.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden Art, sits up and grabs him by his neck. Art sits up and you see like the back of his head's still all blown out and everything.
Yeah, you see the dangling piece of flesh. Mm-hmm. And it's on.
Yep.
And then we go back to the beginning, which is the end of, we see the girl getting let out of therapy.
And her face is fucked.
And her face is fucked. She goes...
I don't think we talked about the beginning. I think we started when they're on the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, can you wait for your interview?
Yeah. The interview, which was at the beginning, was her...
No, we did talk about it a little bit.
We didn't.
We didn't? Okay.
No. So the interview is her eating the face of the person, the reporter who's interviewing her. She does the interview, kind of freaks out a little bit, goes into the interviewer's room when she's getting changed and everything, and just attacks her and starts ripping her face.
Yeah. It's
showing that the madness is spreading.
Yeah, that, and I think that the idea for this scene was the monkey attacking the one chick.
Yep, the way her face looked reminded me of that.
Yeah.
There are things where it's like, I wish I hadn't seen that video, and I actually watched the video where that lady came out and
dude,
this is what I look like after the monkey attack. I'm like, what the?
I just seen the be all end all. Do not watch this video recently. It's a Hamas one. These two tourist girls. You see their heads, two of them. It's fucking.
Yeah. Don't Google beheading videos.
No, I didn't Google it. It's just because I always follow. Because I'm pro-Israel, because, I'm fucking Jewish and shit. And it's just one of those threads where I saw, two Swedish, beautiful blonde teenagers beheaded and raped and shit, and it's fucking dark. And shit. I'm sorry, dude. I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, it's okay, yeah, so, yeah, getting away from that
Getting
war
away from that. We're
and
talking
all of its
about
crazy fucking propaganda.
Hold on, real quick. I got actually into a conversation with somebody that I work with, and they go, I don't understand when, because this is true. If I see somebody cut themselves and they bleed, I get very squeamish. I'm very and they're like, well, why? How can you watch all these movies? I'm like, I know it's fake.
Yeah, I
know it's fake, and to me, trying to scare somebody is art. It's just like trying to make somebody laugh, with comedy, or when
cry with Pixar movies.
Well, I was going to say cry with music, but yeah, I think music's best thing is enveloping sadness,
some of it.
Well, I mean, think about all the best music out there is sadness. When you really want to get somebody, it's either with music, it's party. And that's the shitty music, Katy Perry's or your whatnot. But if you really want to tug...
Katy Perry's fucking great. You leave that woman alone.
Okay, well, we could...
We're going to end on me singing Firework.
As long as you don't see Champion, then we'll do it.
Okay.
But with music, for me, Typo and The Cure and all that stuff, it's
goth music.
Thank you.
But it's not just goth music.
It's not.
No, music that makes you sad is also popular across all genres. But look at fucking Taylor Swift.
I'm not just...
Look at Taylor Swift and all of her breakup songs.
You keep saying that, but you're wrong, because that's pop music, because it's not... No one's ever cried to a Taylor Swift song. And if they do, they have an IQ.
Maybe not Shake It Off, but like some of the other like sad breakup songs, or R&B has a lot of like really sad songs too.
Yeah, but
blues.
I'm telling you this. I'm telling you this. World Coming Down has more timbre notes that are of that than anything else. Now, when it comes to movies, you have your comedies, you have this, you have tragedy of horror, you have all this stuff. But in real life, if I see blood, I'm in help you or run mode, right? An art form gets me into it, but it doesn't mean that I like it. Like, I don't want to see people die. I don't want to see people be shot or beheaded or anything like that. And when it comes to music, I don't want to see people get their fucking marriages ruined or their heartbreak or their family dies. When it comes to, any great art form should be a substitution for what is missing in said life, but doesn't cause damage, instead gives experience. Mm-hmm. If that makes sense. Like, we're gonna go cap off some rounds on my birthday. It's gonna be a lot of fun, right?
Oh yeah.
I don't want to shoot anybody. Ever in my life do I never want to do that.
No.
However, do I like target practice? Is it fun shooting? Cordite is the best smell in the world. Fuck
Cordite.
yeah! Yeah, the gunpowder smell. Cordite.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know, it's gunpowder. Sorry.
Yeah, it's the best smell in the world, right?
Fucking nerd, knowing technical terms and shit.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I didn't, if you want to smell Toluene, that's a different smell, but it's a little bit different.
I'm not going to smell your tiny ween. Quit asking.
If I had one, I'd let you smell it. But no, it's just, it's weird when people go, oh, you like horror movies, you're a freak. It's like, no, I don't. I actually love horror movies, and I never want to see anyone.
Yeah.
I don't like going to see.
I've always hated the correlation between violence and violent movies.
It's not
violence and violent
not
video
the
games.
same. I could never
violence and violent music.
I wish I could be EMT. I never could do it. I do not have the balls to do it.
It's rough.
I could never do it. I don't have the balls. I do not have the strength to do that. Now, cop, yeah. Soldier, yeah. EMT, no. Fireman, no. Couldn't do it. Just I do not have the balls to see like real injuries. Like, it's just, movies on the other hand, I go, this is fake. This is pro wrestling. How could we fake this injury? And that like is theater to me and everything else. Just like music, it's like or sales. Like there's certain things that certain people can do, and there's certain things that certain people can do, and sometimes our interests are different from what we want, like or what we can do, right?
Yeah, a lot of people like horror because they like being scared and they like, experiencing this, but that doesn't mean they're fucking psychos. Yeah, I get where you're going with that.
I got a great thing that I actually was talking to Jeff recently. Jeff the Tech makes show possible on Face Mirror. So I told him, and it wasn't like one of those things where I'm like, I swear off this to be a better person, or I'm not going to do this because it's beneath me. But I stopped watching pornography like a while ago. Like a long while ago, right? Now...
Oh, you missed some of the new stuff. They came out with Porn 2.0.
Well, what I mean by this is...
I'm kidding. I'm fucking with you.
There's like models and stuff that are on our feed, but it's not like, look at my pussy totally spread open, I have the da-da-da. But if it's like a girl's form with their like tits out or whatever, it's not pornography. It's art, right? There's a fine line.
Context. Yeah.
No, what I mean is if she's got her bottoms on and it's like artsy, right?
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's not a dude involved. It's usually a solo girl. In fact, even if it is a solo girl nude, right? So here's the thing. That doesn't get me off.
How the fuck did we get to pornography?
Because we were talking about like... I think function... what is it? Vision versus function. Mm-hmm. Like about me able to deal with blood versus me able to deal with fake blood.
Yeah. Okay.
So when I see a girl posing or whatever, I don't go, oh my God, total boner. I'm like, that's just artistic. That's beautiful, kind of thing. Even if it's a girl nude.
You're saying like nude pinup as opposed to just straight up,
Thank
hardcore.
You.
Got it.
Thank you. Now, a lot of people would consider that all hardcore pornography. I go, no, it's not. That's not pornography. There's a difference between art and you're watching this for a reason and its release.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah, no, they definitely serve different functions there.
So let me ask
nobody's going to look at something on the hub and be like, oh,
let me ask
I like
you
the
this.
lighting of this.
And don't get mad at me. Mm-hmm. What's the limit of what you would let your wife do? Would you let her do...
This is not an After Dark, my guy.
No, it's not. Would you let her do just still nude, and go, that's art? Or would you be like, that kind of bugs me?
I mean, if she wanted to, I'd be okay with it.
So you say, if she's going to do it, if she were to do a Venus de Milo kind of thing,
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Like professional photo shoot, she's going to do something. She has some brand she's building, or yeah. Go ahead.
But her nipples are out, and you could see a little bit of the downstairs. But that would be okay with you, right? Fine. Cool. So that's the point I was getting at, is that I think there's a huge difference between art and pornography, and also gore porn or whatever in this movie, because I think this movie fits in that kind of staple of where it is art.
What do you want?
Well, to answer that question, if we're still recording or not.
Yeah, we're recording.
Yeah, we'll record.
All right, well, I'll be home in about 15.
All
right. See you, troll. So what? The reason why I brought that up is I would be the same way. I'm like, if it's artistic, it is. So what I was getting at with this movie, and especially this movie, is I think this movie is very well done.
Yeah.
And I think it's not horror porn. I think it's just low budget slasher trying to do the best thing it can to be artistic.
You took a long way around to get to the fucking point, but I see where you're going now, and I agree with you.
Thank you.
Man, you took the long way around. I was like, yes, and I would agree with you. This is, a good horror movie, a good gore horror movie, without just being torture porn, without being fucking Hostile.
Thank you.
Without being
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, because Hostile, it's okay, it's just some guy, drilling into people's fucking kneecaps for an hour and a half. It's fucking shit.
But this actually tries to establish characters.
Yeah.
It tries to establish the building itself, it's its own character in a way.
Yeah. Art is, way better of a character than just some guy who you don't really see his fucking face. He's some random Eastern European guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this movie shits all over that. It's an actual movie dedicated to
the reason why
it's dedicated to the art of horror in the lens of gore.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say. I was trying to say that a lot of people think that gore porn, and I'm like, this is not a gore porn movie, because there is a lot of gore porn movies.
Right.
I'm trying to say that this is a movie that's using gore to be, hey, we could do this, but still be a classic slasher done in 2016.
It does show enough to be gore, but it does cut away at enough points and focus on different things
to make art seem
it
arty.
Yeah.
And to make art seem like he's it's not like, oh, we have this budget, let's just have a lot of kill scenes, which there was a few movies done in here. There was the Bloody Disgusting series done, but I don't know. The reason why I bring all this up is just because of this is...
Yeah, gore is the most unloved, and because it has the most shit attached to it.
Yeah.
If you think
and this movie actually has literal shit in it.
Also, yes.
Written on the wall that says art. But yet, you and I watched this movie. We gave it in the high 80s.
Yeah.
And
there are two types of horror, I say, that get shit on the most because they have the most bullshit flooding their system because they're the easiest to kind of pump out. Gore is one, and jump scare is the other.
I knew
those are the two I fucking hate.
I knew you were going to say that.
Mm-hmm.
I knew you were going to say
jump scare more, but
I thought you were going to. I knew your jump scare was going to be. You were thinking way too loud. I thought you were going to say horror porn, and I think the second one you were about to say was ghost scare.
Jump scare, because it could be,
No, because ghost scare is jump scare, no payoff.
Jump scare. No, there's always the false jump scare, the first false jump scare. We had that in this movie where she hears something, she moves the clothes, and then nothing. And then there's the real jump scare later.
Yeah.
So yeah, the false jump scare is always a thing. It's a trope.
Yeah, but ghost scare is the worst. Ghost scare is the whole goddamn movie. There's a goddamn can moving around or something behind. It's like fucking,
The first Paranormal Activity was good, but it's not rewatchable in the slightest. And the rest of the movies are just the same fucking movie.
I heard
and
the
over
only reason why that movie got any traction is because of all of the previews and stuff they did, the screeners, where there was packed theaters and they'd have like the night vision goggles on everybody.
Oh yeah, they use that for the advertising.
Yeah,
it's the scariest movie. Yeah, I hate that when they advertised it like that. It was a good movie, it really was, but it's not rewatchable at all.
I don't believe it is. I mean, this movie's definitely rewatchable though.
It is.
I give we gave Terrifier 85 altogether, I think.
Yeah, because I gave it like exactly an 80. You were a bit above that.
I said 85, so we're giving it 83, 82.
Yeah, I'm with it.
So, like I said, when it comes to the gratuity, it's just right. The villain is perfect.
The villain is perfect. The villain is the reason to watch this. And the reason I'm kind of excited to see number 2, even though my cousin Mad Dog is like, no, don't watch
sucks.
2. Yeah.
Now you got to watch it, though.
I want to see.
No, you got to watch it anyway because we're going to review number 3 when it comes out because I'm buying that shit. And we're watching it when it comes out. And so you need to watch number 2 when the girl gets her D&D powers. Her cosplay powers.
Yeah, I'm sold on that already. It's
dude, she has a cosplay. Her whole thing is she's going to a cosplay thing, and she uses her character, and she's like Wonder Woman with wings, and the wings grow out, and her sword glows and shit.
I'm so sold on this. This sounds amazing. I don't know how it could be bad.
It is Masters of the Universe meets Terrifier. It's exactly what it is.
Yeah, I need to watch this.
It is bad.
All right.
But at least it's unique.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. So that was Terrifier. I guess I need to return some videotapes.
Be kind to rewind, motherfuckers, and be ethical to each other.
Is there anything else we got on here before we eat some lasagna?
Maybe an After Dark with Nick Neo.
We're gonna do an After Dark with Nick Neo.
Okay. All right. Love you guys. See you next time.
See ya.